Damsel, the brand new Netflix film that came out a couple of days ago, and I will say this, like I remember they announcing this like last year, where they did this massive presentation and saying, "Hey, here's all these films that are coming out in 2023, and here's Damsel." And it was going for like an October, November release date. My guess the actors strikes made the movie push back because Netflix is like, "Hey, we would like our actors to promote our films," so that's understandable. So how is this movie? I like it. I think when Netflix had this whole thing of don't you like it, or you love it, I was like, in the middle. I like it. It's a thumbs up for me. Is it perfect? Is it like the greatest thing ever? No, it isn't. What this movie is a really good premise, which is, and it's kind of, here's a premise that for an actor like is meat on a bone. It is showing. It's a chance to show your stuff, show your range, and that is it's no one but you. It's you and a CGI character for like at least for 60% of this movie, or 70% of this film, or 80% of the film. It's just you in green screen. So this is a chance to show your chops and how good an actor you are. And I will say this: Millie Brown in this, she's improving. She's improving. From like Holmes, of course, Stranger Things, and now this. They got Godzilla and you know King Kong versus Godzilla, all those films as well. I will say she is improving. She's not for me that strong of a thespian, but she's serviceable at this point. She's fine. She's good. Her even though I was thinking, you know what, she could be a good Lara Croft like in like 10 years time when whenever they do a 2-way reboot or whatever. I'm like, you know what, she could be a good Lara Croft. Um, but the movie itself, I will say this: it's good. When it stuck with its premise, which is person stuck in a cave, a dragon chasing you, and you need to escape. When it sticks to that premise, when we stick to the dragon, when we stick to those elements where it's this Betty Boy Brown and a CGI dragon chasing her, and she needs to get out of this cave, the movie sinks. The movie is pretty good. It's any time we jump back to the fucking kingdom that I get the idea at the end. I get the idea at the beginning because you need a setup. You can't just say, "Oh, she's stuck in a cave. She's stuck in the cave," and then oh look, it's a dragon. Look, it's a talking dragon who's all about who's toying them and who likes to toy with their victims and all that. For a really good emotional reason and emotional pain that you can understand, um, and that. But the first 30 minutes is just like, yeah, you want to do the fairy tale thing. You want to say everything's fine, everything's wonderful, and then boom, into the cave you go. But it just feels so sappy, or just scenes that felt unnecessary to be there, or just like I'm like, this is rough. Like the first 30 minutes is quite rough, and then anytime we jump back to the kingdom, where you have like the prince who's like doesn't understand the ways of their like the reason that the kingdom's been doing this for millennia, and say hey, there must be another way for XYZ. You just I just like tune out. I just don't care about these guys. I just wanted to see a main character getting out of the goddamn cave and slaying a fucking dragon. And that's what happens. I mean, the third act is a Western mission and all that, which I don't know. Thinking about it, like the second act's pretty good. The third act, I get it. You want to make her the action hero. You want to like here's the sword and she's slicing away and stabbing and going all stabby stab. and fighting off a dragon and being like the damsel in distress is now the hero and doing sending their own damsel in distress. But I felt like you could, you know what? Honestly, most of the third act could have easily merged with the second act because you get this pet peeve I have with movies and TV shows where say there's a clock ticking, say there's a bomb, or the bad guy is about to do something and they're about to do it. Oh, in this case, a character dies, but we need to have 5 minutes, a 5 minute scene to have that character say goodbye to the character that dies. Not, hey, what about grab the sword, there's a dragon chasing you, get the fuck out, you don't have time to say goodbye to this person because there's a fucking dragon heading towards you. And that is a pet peeve of mine. When there's a bomb ticking, there's a bomb ticking, and there's like, we got 10 minutes to get to deactivate the bomb. We're gonna have like 5 minutes of someone's going, hey, you're gonna listen to me, right? You have to trust me. So trust me. I'm like, Jesus, just we don't have time. You got 10 minutes. You don't have time to have the long or the villain's gained or his evil plan. But the villain's getting away. Just shut up. You don't have time. It's just, So I get it. You're trying to get the emotional thing, but guess what? If it's nearly at the end of the movie, we already have an emotional attachment to, or so hopefully, a natural attachment to that person. So you know what they feel that kind of means for them. I'm like, you know what? Yeah. The death of that character should be enough to her to grab the sword, go full king after, and trying to whip that dragon's ass. That I realized that is the way you should do it. And then the third act is, I mean, to be fair, so the movie's now like 80 minutes long. I get you, 90 minutes long. I get you, but it it would fly back. It would actually keep the focus on its premise itself, focus on that, and then the movie will go forward and will start shine through. So yeah, so it's a good film. I'll say I'll give it a thumbs up, but yeah, but it's a light thumbs up. Just a you might like it, you might not. But anyway, if you've seen the movie, comment below, let me know your thoughts.